Today I want you to take all of the conceptions you may have of me as an objective reviewer and then throw them out of the window because Thor Ragnarok was in the movies and I just cannot be objective about that, okay? I just can't. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome back to LittleDewDroplets. My name is Dew, and it's time for another favorites video. Well, it's almost time for another favorites video. I'm technically recording this a couple days before the end of the month, but I just know that I won't have time to watch anything else because I have time for nothing. So let's just scare by those negative vibes that I was about to drop in and let's just jump straight into the video because favorite videos are for fangirling and for recommending stuff to you. And also because I'm really bad at making segues and I just want to start this. Like just get it started. Now. So the first favorite that I want to mention is the first thing that I watched this month, and I think the best thing that I watched this month? I don't know, it just blew my mind away, and it was Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes, I know I should have seen it way before, but I'm just so bad at going to the movies. I said that in one video that is gonna appear up here, but I finally watched it and just like, oh my god, it's so good! I'm really loving what Tom Holland is bringing to the table in the Marvel Universe because he's making Spider-Man just such a likable and adorable and relatable character. And the thing is that that is how Spider-Man is supposed to be. He was always the most relatable and adorable in popular culture. I mean, I'm not a comics consumer, so I don't know if there are more characters that are like that or that are even more like that, but in popular culture, Spider-Man was always the adorable teenager that everyone could relate to. And up until now, we have gotten used to adults that look like adults playing Spider-Man instead of Tom Holland, who is 21, and he looks like a teenager still, that you could find him in high school. So that brings an element of relatability that I had never seen in Spider-Man. It just makes me so happy, and the villain is so well written, so well acted, so well designed, that he immediately jumped straight into my top 5 Marvel villains. The way they tell you his backstory, the way they tell you his motivations, you feel that you understand the guy, that even if you don't agree with his way of life, you kind of see where the guy comes from. And I myself felt that if I had gone through that situation, hell, I would at least be tempted to follow his path. There's just so much praise in place for this villain, but I really don't want to talk about it a lot because I fear that I would go into spoiler territory. But he is definitely one of the best villains we've seen in the Marvel Universe. Let's take a second to acknowledge Zendaya here, okay? Because the last time that I saw her, and it was probably the only time, if I really think about it, the last time that I saw her was on Disney Channel, and she was pretty meh. I mean, the show was pretty meh, but now I see her in this movie, and she's stealing the whole movie. Like, no matter what's happening, if she's on the screen, my attention is directly driven into her, and she made me laugh so much. Also, the humor in this movie is hilarious. I mean, I don't remember laughing so much in a Marvel movie since Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Probably. And also bonus points for being so socially aware of like the times that we're living in. Some jokes you could tell were making sort of a statement. I'm sure that some people were bothered by those jokes, but honestly, the people that get bothered by that type of comments are the people that I think should be bothered. So yeah, win-win situation. I laughed at the jokes and I laughed thinking of how butthurt some really close-minded people were going to be. If you haven't seen this movie because you don't follow Marvel or because you don't care about superheroes, but you like comedy, go ahead and watch it. I don't care if you haven't seen anything else, it doesn't actually matter. Like, maybe you will not laugh as much as Marvel fans did, but you're going to laugh. I don't think anyone in the world could see this movie and not laugh at least once because it has some gold jokes, but like really amazing jokes. The action scenes are very good. I haven't confirmed this because I should watch the movie again for that, but I have read that at no point he punches anyone with his actual fist because his actual fist will actually kill people, and the fact that that level of detail was put into the action scenes just adds so much for me. The plot also took some twists and turns that really surprised me because I was expecting different twists or turns, and that is something that I appreciate so much. I know that some people probably didn't get surprised at all, but it did surprise me because it applied so much misdirection. I just loved it. Overall, I just can't wait for more installments in this franchise at the hands of Marvel. now that they have Spider-Man, they were doing all of the things that I wanted from Spider-Man. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I can't. Zendaya, the jokes, just everything. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. Next, let's talk about Thor Ragnarok, which I already mentioned at the beginning. I already warned you, I'm not subjective when it comes to this because I have a massive crush on Loki. If I could choose one character to come to life, it would probably be Loki. I don't know, I would have to think about it, but Loki would be a big contender. I'm pretty sure I have never loved a fictional character as much as I love Loki, so I just can't trust myself to give this movie a fair score instead of, you know, a higher one than it deserves. Another reason why I can't be unbiased with this movie is because they cut Thor's hair, which I consider an unforgivable sin. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it, but it still made me so angry. How dare they? You see, something I haven't mentioned before is how I am obsessed with boys with long hair. I think I haven't mentioned before. And actually, pretty soon I'm going to be bringing my boyfriend to this channel and you're gonna see him and his long hair. So, you know, click the subscribe button to be notified of when that happens and to see him in all his cuteness. I'm sure it's going to be fun. Since we're talking about things that I didn't like, which I think probably helps me do this review more objective, I didn't like the Odin thing. I can't tell you what because spoilers, but the whole Odin thing, I felt that it was a bit pulled out of the hairs narratively. I feel that they could have put a bit more effort into making it feel more cohesive and less divisive. I just wish it had been woven into the narrative a little bit better. The new character was kick-ass, amazing. She was kick-ass, she was funny, she was, you know, exciting. She was kind of the most exciting part of the movie aside from Loki for me. And I would love to have something to say about Hela or Hel, but nice CGI? Look, honestly, Marvel has had some amazing villains, and I just was expecting a little bit more from Hela than I got, especially because I know and love the mythology so much. I don't know if it was the way it was played or the way it was written, but this character felt a little bit underwhelming. It was a funny movie. I mean, compared to what Marvel normally does, I think it was more comedy tailored. It had serious things, but they were written inside of a comedy narrative. There were some jokes though that were a bit out of place or way too predictable. You know, that can happen. After so many years of Marvel, we sort of know how they do comedy. I'm giving Thor Ragnarok a 7 out of 10, and I'm giving Loki of Thor Ragnarok a 10 out of 10, a 15 out of 10, a 100 out of 10. Just give me a Loki movie. Marvel, come on. We all wanted, you know it would be profitable. Just give me a Loki movie, please. And my third favorite thing of the month, which I just love so much, is slime. No, not that type of slime, but the one that I did with my sister, you can check it in the cards, is still one of the best things that I've done because it works so well as a stress toy. But anyways, this game is the definition of cuteness overload. Slime Rancher is a sort of farm simulation game with a lot of exploration and just the cutest designs ever. I had played it about 3 or 4 years ago when it was very underdeveloped, but now my boyfriend bought it and oh my god, the map is huge, the amount and types of slimes is huge, and I'm so happy that I'm rediscovering this cuteness and this relaxing thing that is just so addictive. But also now there's a bit of a story, a bit of a romance story in the background. If you read the lore entries, it caught me completely off guard and I'm loving it. And besides, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it has a strong LGBT subtext, which I'm loving. But it also has some humor thrown in there. Like, there are moments that I actually chuckle while reading the lore entries and the emails and stuff. I wasn't expecting that humor to be there, and it was very funny. The musical score is beautiful, it's relaxing, it's just something that you could listen in the background for hours and it would just keep you calm, honestly, and happy. And there's honestly not much that I can say about this game because the exploration element is such a big thing that I don't want to spoil anyone of anything. Discovering the whole expanse of the land, discovering the different types of slimes, everything is so enjoyable for me that I wouldn't want to spoil anyone from that fun. So despite this being a very short analysis, especially compared to what I normally do in my favorites videos, I'm just going to stop here and give Slime Rancher a 10 out of 10. I highly encourage anyone who buys games to go ahead and try this out. Remember that if you play less than 2 hours, you can get your money refunded on Steam, and this game is honestly something that you can totally discover if you're gonna like or not in the first 2 hours. So there's really no harm done, and the only thing that you risk is just falling in love with the game as I did. But I don't think I have any more things to talk about this month. It was a slow month, guys. I was very busy preparing for something. As always, I'm going to ask you to comment down below what was your favorite thing this month. I'm always looking for more recommendations, and also if you saw any of the things that I mentioned, tell me your thoughts about it. If you like this video, please hit the like button because that's its favorite part of the month. I post new videos every Thursday, so go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell because that way you don't have to remember my name or my schedule or anything. YouTube will bring you my content just like that. And as for myself, I wish you a very good day or a very good afternoon or a very good night or whatever time it is when you're watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye! Adorableness, likeness, likability. I'm obsessed with longs with boy hair. What did I just say? But I don't think I have any that is...